I just shot an arrow into the snow. Grandpa hurriedly knelt down and kowtowed, showing a look of terror. Just as I was confused, Grandpa quickly rushed over, picked me up, and ran.
It seems like I hit the prey. Why run?
Before I could finish speaking, Grandpa covered my mouth. He looked back, sweating coldly. Seeing Grandpa so scared, I didn't dare to speak again. Shortly after, we arrived at the cave, and my sister returned with a wild rabbit.
What are you so afraid of? Is there any need to panic like this?
You brat, you're about to be in big trouble. My sister and I were confused, and the atmosphere instantly became tense.
I haven't eaten meat for half a year. I hit the prey, and the whole family can fill their stomachs. Is that wrong?
Do you know what you hit?
The snow's too heavy, causing blurred vision, but judging by the size, it looks a bit like a wild boar.
Grandpa sighed and said with a worried expression,
That's the white hair madness, also known as the white hair monster. Do you know why I didn't let you get close just now? The
Why?
white hair madness is man-eating, and that beast has long fur, completely white, good at hiding, and it's hard to spot with the naked eye in the snow. How did you manage to hit it?
I remembered, I always wanted to shoot a wild boar, but I didn't expect the white-haired lunatic to be hiding nearby. It was a fortunate mistake, I guess.
That creature was probably hungry and came out of the cave to find food, and we just happened to run into it.
Didn't Brother hit it? Didn't you think about just taking it down directly?
Do you think a few wooden arrows can hurt it? That's too naive. This place is not safe to stay for long. Let's hurry down the mountain. We absolutely cannot go back. If the white-haired creature sneaks up behind us, the people in the village will be in trouble. We can only wait until the snow stops, then make a long-term plan.
Luckily, Little Black and I caught a wild rabbit. It's delicious when roasted. Let's fill our stomachs first.
They quickly release the rabbit. Once the white-haired beast smells meat, it will
But I'm really
definitely
hungry.
come looking. Is survival more important, or eating? Can't you tell which is more crucial?
Seeing Grandpa furious, my sister had no choice but to comply.
Let's go into the cave and take turns keeping watch to prevent the white-haired creature from sneaking up on us. By the way, let's split up and find some dry firewood. That thing is afraid of fire, so lighting a fire will be much safer.
Then we started gathering firewood nearby, but it was snowing, making it really hard to
Sister,
find.
don't
Just
go too
after
far.
instructing my sister, Xiao Hei suddenly started barking loudly. We turned to look, and it was in Grandpa's direction.
Oh no,
After
something's happening
saying
to Grandpa.
that, we hurriedly ran over. Grandpa let out a miserable cry, and I realized something must have happened. When we arrived, Grandpa was lying on the ground, looking very uncomfortable. Above Grandpa, there was a strange object hanging.
Could that be the white-haired madman?
This is big trouble. You find a place to hide? I'll go save Grandpa.
I picked up a stick from the ground and walked over, trembling with fear. At this moment, Grandpa also noticed me.
Don't come over. Take your sister and run quickly.
Without time to hesitate, I threw the stick over, but that thing disappeared.
What's going on? Sister, did you see clearly? It suddenly disappeared.
Could that just be the shadow of the white-haired madman?
I went to Grandpa's side with a confused look.
Are you okay? I'll carry you. I just twisted my back. Let me rest for a moment.
That was the white-furred mad just now, right? It was right above you. That was really close.
If I'm not mistaken, that's not its true form. Otherwise, I would be gone by now. But one thing is certain, we've definitely been targeted by the white-haired madman.
At this moment, Xiao Hui ran over, its nose twitching, eyes staring straight ahead, as if something not far away was watching us.
Hurry! We can't stay here. Let's quickly return to the cave.
Xiao Hui led the way in front, and we followed closely behind, but it seemed like we walked for a long time, without even seeing a trace of the cave.
Strange, I remember it didn't take long to run over here, so why can't I go back?
Do the dog's nose have a problem? The cave shouldn't be hard to find.
I feel like we're going in circles.
Continuing like this is not a solution. You two stay here, and Xiao Hei and I will find the cave and come back for you.
Hurry back! I took Xiao Hei and immediately set off, running forward.
Grandpa, it seems like you're really afraid of the white-haired lunatic. Your expression changes completely.
10 years ago, that beast came to the village and sent several villagers to the afterlife. Even the village chief's son was not spared. Now that the white-haired beast has appeared again, surely someone else will suffer.
Xiao Hui, can you do it or not? Is your nose blocked? Xiao Hui ignored me and barked towards the front. I looked up and found the cave right in front of me. After reaching the entrance, I checked the supplies and nothing was missing. I had just sat down to drink some water when suddenly my sister's scream came. Without thinking much, I grabbed a torch and ran over. When I arrived, the scene before me made my eyes widen. Grandpa's foot was trapped under a rock and my sister stood by without reacting.
Brother, you're finally back. This person is not our grandpa at all. Quickly use the torch to send him to the afterlife.
Don't listen to him. Please help me quickly.
The chance to take down the white-haired monster is right in front of you. If you miss it, it's gone.
At this moment, I noticed a sword wound on my sister's leg and immediately made a judgment, raising the torch and rushing over. As soon as I got close to her, she vanished without a trace. My hair stood on end and my feet felt cold. It was only Blackie's barking that brought me back to my senses. After helping Grandpa move the stone, I hurriedly asked about my sister.
As soon as you left, a strong wind started, and your granddaughter was dragged into the snowstorm by a big hand. Then someone who looks exactly like your sister appeared, which must be white-hair mad disguised.
If that's the case, my sister is already gone. At this moment, Xiao Hei barked non-stop, and a gust of wind blew from not far away, accompanied by a piercing roar.
Oh no, the white-haired madman might be back. Run quickly.
Grandpa and I quickly ran away. Now we can only return to the cave for refuge.
Now we're completely doomed. That thing keeps watching us relentlessly. What should we do now?
Before long, we returned to the cave. There was no signal in the mountains, so the phone was completely useless. Fortunately, we found some dry wood inside the cave, and after lighting it, the white-haired creature didn't dare to come close for the time being.
It's all my fault. I shouldn't have taken you into the mountains to hunt on a snowy day. Now my granddaughter is gone, and we're trapped here.
Saying so much is useless. We need to find a way to get back to the village. They'll wait until the firewood wears out, then I'll lure away the white-haired madman. You take Xiaohui and quickly go down the mountain. Never come back to the mountain again.
I can't let you do something foolish. If we go together. Didn't you say the white-haired creature only appears at night? Let's hold on until dawn.
But the firewood is not enough. I'm afraid it won't last until dawn. We still need to go out and gather more.
Your leg is injured. Rest well. I'll go out alone. I went out of the cave and found that the wood on the ground was all wet, so I had to climb a tree to get some dry branches. I found a tall tree, climbed up with all my strength, and just as I was about to break off a branch, my grandpa shouted from below.
Don't touch those. They're too damp. Move a bit higher.
Hearing it was my grandpa's voice, I didn't hesitate to keep climbing up, but for some reason, even though I clearly saw the thick branch below, I kept missing my step.
Is it okay now? It's already very high. I'm afraid to look down. A bit higher. It's too dark. Can't you see clearly? Only the top branches can catch fire.
I had complete faith in Grandpa's words.
Climb up. After stepping on a thick branch and missing, I began to realize something was wrong. Strange, it's still snowing. How can Grandpa see more clearly than I do from under the tree?
I turned on my head to look down the tree and realized I had climbed very high. I looked towards the cave and saw Grandpa standing at the entrance. So Grandpa never left the cave from the beginning. Then who is this Grandpa calling me from under the tree? My good grandson, hurry up and climb. Climb a bit higher. Could the Grandpa under the tree be the white-haired peak?
What is his purpose in doing this? Could it be that he wants me to climb to the highest point and then watch me fall?
White-Hair Peak showed a sinister expression when I refused to climb higher. At that moment, gusts of strong wind blew in, and the snow fell heavier. I was swaying on the tree, barely holding on. It's over. I can't hold on much longer. Just at this critical moment, a light suddenly appeared in the darkness. It was Grandpa rushing over with Little Black. White-Hair Peak saw the torch and hurriedly ran away. Mobai, you've climbed too high. Come down quickly.
Seeing this scene under the tree, I carefully climbed down and safely reached the ground. Silly boy, why did you climb so high? Just now, White-Hair Peak was imitating your voice, constantly urging me to climb higher. Luckily, you arrived in time, or I would have been done for. That guy is really cunning. It's too dangerous here. Maybe we should just go down the mountain directly. With the torch, he won't dare do anything to us. But what if he follows us?
Once we take him down the mountain, the whole village will be implicated. You shouldn't climb the tree either. Just pick up some branches to dry by the fire, and we'll head down the mountain at dawn. Then we returned to the cave and sat by the fire until morning. After the snow stopped, we took the path down the mountain. When we got home, I was exhausted and tense, constantly thinking about the White-Hair Peak. Grandpa went to the village chief's house to tell him about my sister. The village chief first called Uncle Hat, then gathered the young and strong men from the village, and a group of people went into the mountains with farming tools to search for her. 3 days have passed since the incident, and Uncle Hat, feeling dejected, told us to go home and wait for news. Actually, both Grandpa and I knew in our hearts that my sister would never come back. 3 days later, Grandpa and I were walking in the field. I seemed to see a figure waving at me in the field, and I immediately thought of Bai Mo Feng, quickly alerting Grandpa beside me. Don't talk nonsense. If Bai Mo Feng comes down the mountain, the consequences would be unimaginable. Grandpa turned to look, but saw nothing. That arm was extremely long, it couldn't be human. Grandpa saw my terrified expression and quickly took me away. Once home, he shut the courtyard door tightly and urgently called for Grandma. Old woman, that beast has come down the mountain. What should we do now?
The village chief led people to search the mountain for several days but found no trace of the White-Hair Peak. It had actually gone down the mountain. The last time White-Hair Peak came down was 10 years ago. What does it want this time? Could it be because of that thing of mine?
In addition, the village chief's search of the mountain has completely angered the White-Hair Peak. That's a possibility. The situation is urgent now, so stay at home and don't run around. I'll go find the village chief to discuss a strategy. After saying this, Grandpa hurried out the door and Grandma told me to hide in the stove. My granddaughter is already gone. You can't have anything happen to you. Grandma, don't worry. When Grandpa brings people back, we'll deal with it together.
It's not that simple. That guy, although not very strong in attack, can't compare to the mountain demon or the human-faced bear, but he's very cunning. His hand can extend 2 meters, able to grab people directly into the snow, and the villagers all avoid him. It's all because the village chief led people to search the mountain. That guy must have followed the villagers out of the mountain. White-Hair Peak might be coming for me.
Don't think too much. I'll call your second uncle first, Grandma said, and then went to the inner room, asking the second uncle to bring the carriage over, intending to send me to the city. Just then, Little Black ran out and started barking at the courtyard gate.